Thursday the 10th of December with Theresa Hayes and Paddy Bennis. Lovely. Yeah. Okay, so I interrupted there. You were about something.
We were just talking about the treasurers and the accountants and everything else, you know, Matheson. Yeah. But it was an uncle I was calling him of mine. He probably wasn't an uncle. They were Martin Bennis and
Jackie
Bennis.
Jackie was his father.
His father, and Jackie was his stepbrother, I think.
Jackie married twice.
Yeah, that was it. I knew there was something like that.
No, Charpin.
Yeah, and that was his stepbrother. But that was in 1960. I went in 1964 under false pretense.
Right, okay.
Because I was in Ars Galreach.
You were in Ars Galreach and you went in for the summer.
I went in for the summer. My father was a butcher.
Yeah.
So all the people that had youngsters, they get him in for the summer. Kind of
3 months, see, that's a 3 month thing.
Because he wanted to come in, and my father said, no.
And did you not want to be a butcher, Paddy? Or
I didn't care. I went in.
You didn't mind?
I was over in Ars Galreach. You'd have no kind of head for anything at that stage of the game, you know. You were just learning away.
Young,
You're just young, yeah. But Ars Galreach was, we just lit 2 little, they were like sheds, round sheds, and they were starting to build the main school at that time.
Okay.
You know, so that's how we started up. We were the first students over there in 64.
64.
64, yeah.
And did you go back after the summer?
I did. I went back, but I went back for another year and I finished.
And you finished then?
I just come through June and will you come in again? I did, and then I went back, and that's when we won that.
So this I might scan that. So this is just for the recorder. It's just a soccer team, Matheson soccer team.
It's the Matheson soccer team, yeah.
Right,
there's an ex-Manchester United man. There, he came back from Manchester United. He was in a tribe.
You're the back row, third in from the left,
yeah.
And then the guy on the left in the back row.
Patsy Colopy.
Yeah.
He's dead after Matheson, but he was married to Rose Joyce.
Yes, they're down the back.
The back, yeah.
But there was the McMahons. Then there was a family. The butcher and Hanley's. They can carry on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was all families.
Yeah.
Mainly families. The Dockers were the same, you know. And ranks were the same.
The ranks were the same. My husband worked in ranks.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
Did he go to the exhibition?
Well, actually, years ago, there was only boys called in. They'd call them boys, but there were boys up to till they were 50. Okay. Do you know, that's what they used to call them, boys.
But the boys that just be called into
daily
into Matherson's and O'Mara's and Club Meads were butcher boys if you were descendant of a butcher, and you were a Yankee boy if you were coming off, you know, or a Yank. It was called a Yankee man that came in when they were busy.
Okay.
A man off the street might look for a job and he'd come in, but he wouldn't be a butcher, so they'd call him a Yank.
Yeah.
That was
I've come across that. Yeah.
So there was a few of them around, good, you know. But Matheson's that time there was nearly 400 or 500 people.
Very, and a lot there. You know, there was in the centre of the town, and people was passing there, and it was easy to get to work there with people in town like that.
Everyone had a job that time. I was offered 4 jobs when I came out. The summer of '66, I was offered 4 different jobs.
Jobs at that time.
Lananet were outside in Shannon.
Started, and,
so it was obviously time when Limerick was booming.
It was, yeah. And do you want a job out there? My friend was working out there.
But Paddy, that time the wages were very small.
Well, I started off, my first week's wages I gave it to my grandmother.
Book in Matherson's.
Yeah. My first week's wages in Matherson's. The first week I went in, I was paid £3, 6 and 8.
£3, that was good.
That was
That's right.
Yeah.
The adult men's wages that time was 10 guineas.
10 shillings.
Yeah.
£10.
10
shillings.
That's what my father had.
Okay.
So we had £3, 6 and 8. And that had rise then, by the way, when you're 17 or 18. And then you'd be asked, do you want to become a butcher or do you want to stay where you are? And
you'd pay your money down there in Williamson, the Butcher's Uniform.
Butcher's Unit. Yeah.
Down William Street, over
was that the Pork Butchers?
The Pork
Butcher's Union.
It was where that
Saxon used to be the shoe factory, the traffic lights in William Street. Do you know the traffic lights?
Keen's Jewelers.
Yeah, you go.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's where it is.
Yeah. It's on this side, okay.
They took over a corner there, down towards Easton's. And you'd have to go up and
if that's open for
it's warm, isn't it? The whiskey's on head, but I don't know.
That's it.
Morning, Robert. This is Ruth.
No, thanks.
This is Ruth. No, I said, drink any more of that though, and you'll be talking all night now. Have you any plans? No. Well, you can open the Robert's. Actually, I'm going to open this side.
You take all your bags now, please.
Good.
I'll
pause these.
Yeah. That's great. Just for a few photographs taken that time.
I've just sent.
Do you know?
I've just sent Ruth there. We couldn't afford a camera that time, really. We had an old box camera, about that size, there, and you buy film, and you might take a few shots, but you wouldn't take anything.
We took now, like I see in here now, where they're cutting the bacon.
Oh, yeah. Well, they came in, came into the store with the men killing.
Yeah.
When they're killing the pigs, like.
Yeah. I'll tell you a good story if you have that turned on.
It's on.
Logger McMahon was the main man to kill a pig.
Right.
Stick the pigs up, go up in the
chain, yeah.
And he said to me, "Come on, Holly, I'll show you how." Holly, he used to be saying, you see, and a very lovely fella. And he said, "I'll show you how to do it." And I was learning how to be a top class butcher at the time. Yeah. It was grades. Yeah. And I was kind of able to do a lot of stuff because I was learning when I was with the lads that asked me, leave me out for a cup of tea or smoke. And I'd do their job, taking away and take out an eye bone, take out a breastbone, and then But he said, "Come on, Holly," and I said, "Oh, Jesus, I will." And the pig comes up the little conveyor. He was hooked, chained by the leg. You see, and turned upside down when they're on. And this is what you do now, in there, and flick it over, and the blood comes out and
into the neck.
There was no stunner that time. The screaming, my God! And it was from Ladies' Lane. You'd hear the screaming. That's where the sicking was done.
So,
do you know where the labour is now? The exchange. That is where Matheson's killed the pigs.
The back gate.
Inside there.
Do you know what I saw yesterday inside? And we went down to the Limerick Diocesan, and they have a souvenir book from Matheson's, and the map of Matheson's layout is in the front cover.
Is it?
Yeah. So I wouldn't have known that now only for yesterday.
That was Ladies' Lane going down there.
It was. Yeah. And they were bringing the fresh garden peas to step. Do you know the pods?
Yeah.
First 3 months you would have to work nearly all night to do it. They have to keep the machine going all night.
Why is that?
Because they had to work. Farmers were coming in
the whole time,
and their peas. Do you know the peas in the pack?
Yeah,
there, and they have to have all them done and done through the night. Terry Wheeler now used to be inside thrashing the machine, and we'd work all night.
And were you putting these into the can then?
No, we go back into our place in the cannery and make the brine.
Okay.
Part to push into the brine is the green thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And it'd make that, and we'd work away. There'd be already some from the few weeks after, and we'd be packing them all in big. We'd have to stand and fill it on the trays and pile them up.
Okay.
For they're ready to go to the soldiers.
So what did you eat for the soldiers?
And we had stewed steak.
Oh my God.
Out during the war.
Okay.
We'd pack all the stewed steak.
So what was that then?
Contained of beef. We cut the beef.
Yeah.
The men used to be working around. That's how we know all about the butchers.
Yeah. Right.
We'd work in a big table.
Yeah.
We're Paddy now the back gate.
Yeah.
And we'd chop all that up. We'd be frozen our hands. It was ice cold, no beef.
Yeah.
And we'd cut that, and that should go through a mince upstairs.
Yeah.
And go through and can.
Yeah.
All that should be done. And we'd send it up into the soldiers.
Yeah.
So when you got the beef, it was after
it was all cooked. They'd cook that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the brine.
Yeah. And what is brine? I don't know what that is.
The brine is the stuff you go with. You ever buy a tin of peas?
Yeah.
And the stuff comes out, the watery stuff.
The green water.
It's green brine, you know.
And what is brine then? Is it like
kind of
something salty water?
It's water.
Okay.
But they put some...
It preserves the stuff inside.
Right. And that should be pushed in to preserve the meat.
And what did you put in with that?
They push in that it's like a stew.
Yeah.
It would be like if we had an Irish stew now.
Yeah.
And they put that into the cans, and that should go with the steak over to the soldiers.
Okay.
And that's what they'd have. Do you ever see the American soldiers taking out their things?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have the whole lot inside.
They'd have the whole lot inside in that.
So what time was this, Theresa, then? What year was
this? The year, I'd be in the 40s.
40s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the middle of the wars.
Yeah.
I get back to before I forget my story.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, Paddy, sorry for interrupting you.
You'd have to have all this gear, you know, to stop the blood getting down your face and everything. And so I just did like this, stuck the in, and I pulled out the knife without cutting his vein, you see. Well, he jumped off the bar.
Oh my God.
He jumped off the bar. Now he killed it over.
Was he hurt it?
He had a hole in his neck, but no blood came out.
Because cut the
He jumped off the bar, ran down along where the lads were doing all the cutting open.
The killing,
out the gate where the labour is now, down Cecil Street, across O'Connell Street.
With the blood running like that?
He had no blood, he had a hole in his neck, he went mental. Straight down and into the docks he jumped.
He didn't.
And the dockers wouldn't give him back because they said anything inside in that water was ours. So someone ran over to the telephone booth and rang an ambulance saying there's someone after jumping into the water and they're drowning. See, the crowd was around, and a pig inside the water would kill himself with his paw.
He would.
He cut his own throat with his paws.
I didn't know that.
With his hoofs, because the little things that he has, and he has any short things he does like that, just to keep up, and they'll cut their own sides of their throat. Okay. But the doctors got him out.
Did they?
And the managing director of Matherson's at the time, still alive, Stan DeLacy.
Stan
DeLacy.
Is he alive still?
He's still alive. And I was talking to him one day at the market, and still alive. He held the 100 metres record running for about 42 years. And he played for Ireland in hockey for about 30 years. But I remember one of his undergraduates, Dougie Leach, he used to play the hockey as well, you see.
Yeah.
And Leach came in one day and his eye was out like this. And he said, what happened, Joe? And he said, playing yesterday for whatever they are, the team he was playing for, you know. And his eye was out like that. I have to go home. He said, I couldn't stay like this, like that. And he said, Mayor, I'll tell you, he said, if the sport gets in, if the sport interferes with the work, give up the work. He says, I left him home. His eye was hanging out. But they had to pay the value of the pig to the dockers to get him back.
Okay.
You know, and that's where the pigs were taken in at the time, where that main labour exchange is now.
And they wouldn't have just let him keep the pig, no?
Sure, what would they do with him?
After paying them and everything, I suppose they were going to kill him.
They couldn't do anything with him. They brought him back and probably did the right job in them.
But Paddy used to drive the care about the pigs. You're taking down Kerry's Road, down Parnell Street. We used
to have to go to the station that time then. Oh, yeah. And the trains just come in, goods trains, full of pigs from anywhere.
The farmers.
They're picking up, you see. And they'd all have their own little mark on the back of the pig. You'd mark
like
it with
stamp.
A stamp.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one fellow out there, Joe Quaid was his name, he lived out say Drumbanna way. And his stamp, I think, was double F10. For anything that he brought in was little, it was like a little tattoo. You put it onto ink, bang it onto the back of the pig, and that was your mark then. And that wouldn't even go away when he'd been inside in the boiler, taking the hair off him. And
it would still be there.
Till arrive down to the scale where you weigh him, and
with his stamp on it.
A stamp on, and your man is inside, and he'd look at the weight, whatever it would be, 100 weight or whatever it would be, and that'd be signed down, and he'd be paid for that then eventually, you know.
Okay.
So when that's all done, then into the children's for the night, and they're processed in the next morning. Everything's taken out of them, eye bone, backbone, everything's taken out of them.
Everyone lived on
there was different people for doing all those.
The same people were doing the killings, and the next day they'd been, the next morning they'd been doing all that. And the killing would go on at 2 o'clock again the next day. You know, you wouldn't be killing for the whole day. You would be killing for, say, 2 o'clock until 5 or whatever it would be, and then every place would be washed up. You go home and you come back in the next morning at 8 o'clock.
That's right.
And you start off taking the, you know,
and the smoke room. You just have to smoke the pigs. The steam, all the shavings to be lit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the pigs are brought in, they're killed, and then they're left to freeze for the night, is it? Or
in a chill room, kind
left
of.
in a chill room, okay.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to do anything with them
if they're frozen,
soft.
Sorry, or if they're frozen,
that's soft.
So they're chilled for the night.
Chilled for the night, and then everyone is inside in a kind of a chill room then the next day. So there's about 20 or 30 fellas then will start off with taking the eye bone out. The eye bone is not inside there, you see.
Okay.
The eye bone is next to the ham. Everyone thinks the eye bone is here.
Okay.
You know, the head is taken off first. That's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
Yeah.
So everything else from the shoulder
is left there.
And everything is used. Everything was, there was very little
blood.
Waste. Yeah. The blood just go down to Tracy's Packet and Tripe in Sheep Street, we call it.
There was the gush house.
For the Packet and Tripe.
Yeah, to go into the gush house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the women would be sorting out the difference.
There's a fellow by the name of Matty used to come up with a big barrel in a handcart, and he'd fill up that with the blood.
With the blood.
With the blood, okay.
And take it away down, and they'd make the puddings, and the black and white.
The black pudding.
The black and white puddings would be made as well, but he'd make the packet and the tripe out of it.
What is packet and tripe?
Packet and tripe. Packet is the red stuff. Did you ever eat packet and tripe? Did you ever see it?
No, I've never seen it. No.
Tripe comes from sheep.
Right.
That's his skin kind of thing. But they make the packet was a kind of, it's a Limerick delicacy.
Yeah.
And they call it drisheen in Wales.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they call it, what do they call it in Cork? They have another name for it in Cork. There is another name for it in Cork, but that's what they call it.
Crubbeans, the toes.
Yeah. But that was packet and tripe here.
Yeah.
And Tracy family in next to St Mary's.
St Mary's.
Everyone used to
and Sheep Street, that's where they came out of.
The cannon, the cannon
and
below
it was
now.
Tracy's.
Okay. The cannon below here now, he was cannon for years.
Yeah.
And Donald Brock lived at the side. Donald, you knew Donald. And every Sunday morning, that was his breakfast, as long as he was there. He was priest and he was canon and all. Canon he was. And his breakfasts up to Nolan Brock's house, and packet and tripe was his breakfast.
Yeah. It was a Sunday morning kind of
a Sunday morning thing,
Sunday morning especially.
A good feeling packet and tripe.
Sick even thinking about it.
Yes.
But other people didn't.
I still like it. I still get it. In hospital, the first thing they give you after a serious operation is packet and tripe. For your lined stomach after an operation.
To kill you off fast.
No. That's what they give, the packet and tripe.
Okay.
Yeah. But there was nearly 400, I'd say 450 in Matheson's that time.
They were great.
Clovermead's the same. O'Mara's wouldn't have as much.
O'Mara's was where the car park in Roche Street.
Yeah.
That was O'Mara's.
And you were across the way, weren't you?
We were up the road.
The front of Matheson's was Roche Street.
Yeah.
That was going to the offices and things like that, you know. The back of it was where the pigs used to be taken in.
Yeah.
Where the labour exchange
the white gate.
Pigs used to be taken in there.
And can I ask you, how many entrances were there?
2.
There was Cecil Street and Roche Street.
Cecil Street and Roche Street.
Roche Street was the business end of it. There wasn't anything done through Roche Street. Everything went out through Cecil Street.
The back side of it,
everything went out through.
Okay.
And they bought the building across the road we did packing stuff across the road from it. They were at the opposite side.
On Roche Street again, is it?
Okay. That was, I think, Tumper O'Brien or one of them ones.
Yes, and Jeff Costler was the laboratory. He was just there.
He was the laboratory.
He was the laboratory,
Yeah, he lived in the Dublin Road, he was very good.
Yeah.
He had, I think something happened, I think he got his eye taken out.
His eye, he had one eye.
Yeah, but he was a great, whatever you call him at the time, like a chemist.
He's an analyst.
Everything that was made in the store, he had to analyse it first.
Yes, he had.
A bit had to
go
went
out.
Right.
And he used to have to, go through the sausages, the puddings, the
whole lot.
Everything.
So
he was
wouldn't
great.
Be like a vet or anything. It wouldn't be.
No, there was plenty of vets. There was loads of vets there.
Was there?
But he was an analysed everything.
Okay.
He was like a chemist.
Professor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything was done.
If anything
went wrong, he'd be down like a shot and everything be culled. Especially in the sausage house now, where sausages were, a girl by the name of she'd come down and she'd take away a pound of sausages up to him.
Yeah.
And he'd analyse
every day to be tested.
And when you say analyse it, what do you like?
They'd
make sure there's no bone in it, or
they'd open it up and they'd put under a microscope, but they'd fry a bit of it, they'd taste it, all that.
Oh my God!
Everything had to be done,
And when was this? What year roughly?
Well, that was all it. That went on all the time.
This is the whole time.
The whole time, even from when they went from.
But it's quite advanced when you think of it like that. That if
they had to do
they were cutting it open and the whole lot.
Yeah, they had to do it. You see, just in case.
In case anything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I remember one day that Peggy Bevel was the girl that just make the sausages at the time. She used to put the ingredients into the big mincer.
Mincer,
she'd throw it out then, and someone else would fill out the sausages then. But a plastic bucket went missing. No one could find it. And they came down from the barrack like a shot. It was inside in the sausages in bits. It was after going through the mincer.
You say they had to test it again?
Came back then, everything had to be thrown out. Everything was made since that thing went missing. No, sometimes someone will come along and say, I'll take a load of that now and for water or for, you know, that's grand to bring it back in half an hour. They thought that's what happened, but it was after slipping into the thing and gone.
That's it, yeah. So Jimmy Kentlin was over here, wasn't he? Jimmy Kentlin was the boss there.
He was a lovely man.
He was.
Yeah. Good friend of mine actually. I was in the Vincent de Paul with him, going around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But he was a great man, a boss in the sausage house. He was a great man.
Oh, he was great.
And never, you know, he knew what he was talking about.
Is he still alive?
He died. He died.
He did. Poor Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely fella.
He has a lovely daughters there.
She was an organist in St John's Cathedral. Yeah. Colette. Yeah. He was a lovely fella. Yeah. I remember he died sudden down the house, shaving himself one morning.
He was above Young Monsters. He was
with Christy
treasurer.
Christy O'Connor was his
he was treasurer above Young Monsters. Yeah.
But he could be trusted with anything.
He could.
You know, and all the girls there was 30 or 40 girls in the sausage house there, and
everyone liked him.
But they all knew everything. Everyone knew how to do something else.
He did.
In case that supposing there was 20 boxes of sausages wanted for some place in a hurry. Oh, come over, miss, over here. You know, my own wife worked there now.
Did she?
And she was told, come over here, come back here.
Yeah.
You know, and everything was gone out.
Okay.
You know, yeah. But when we lost the bacon, then the sausage house kept going and the cannery kept
And when
going.
did you lose the bacon?
I'd say it was around, Jesus, it must have been in the 70s.
Right.
Yeah, all the bacon went bad.
Stopped around the same time.
Around the same time.
And when you say it went bad, what do you mean?
Well, people, I think, what we did one time, I remember we sent over 4 or 5 fellas over to Denmark to show them how to cure, how to kill, how to do everything with bacon.
Yeah.
And the 4 of them came back, and Denmark took over the whole thing then. We showed them what to do.
Oh, no.
And Denmark took over the whole pig trade, bacon trade, whatever it was at the time. They became experts and still are experts with it. Okay. You know. So now we have no bacon factory.
There's nothing there, sure.
And do you think that was one of the reasons why Limerick...
Well, it wasn't really, you know. Hygiene, everything else came into it, you know.
So what do you think was the reason for...
Well, the reason was that I said it was too costly to keep 4 or 5 people, 100 people employed with what you were getting back out of a pig, you know, or a cannery, you know. Yeah. So that was one of the reasons, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And then Matterson's was taken over by Aaron Foods from Turles.
Right.
And Tony O'Reilly was the top man that time.
So this is all the 70s still?
All the 70s, and we went back, we finished in Water Street, then we went over to my Ross.
The Union Cross, isn't it?
It's inside actually, it's inside.
There, near it there, yeah.
And we went over there, but Tony O'Reilly was the top managing director of Aaron Foods at the time.
Okay.
So they took over all the cannon.
Yeah.
Mostly the cannon and things like that, you know. The sausages then, I remember a sausage came out one time, the meal maker was the name of it. Everyone went mad for it because it was a kind of a pinky sausage.
Yeah, and it was during Lent, they made a special sausage.
Yeah, that's right.
For Lent.
With no meat.
There was no meat in it, and this sausage was the best.
By the way.
It was very good. Everyone used to buy it during Lent, you know, they wasn't eating meat. You see, we'd all had to fast for meat during Lent. The 6 weeks of Lent.
You get a bit of a break from
and it was gorgeous. There were sausages.
Okay.
And you get a bit of a break with a few pints and you probably eat the sausages.
You eat the sausages.
But the place above never worked out.
No.
They went up, didn't they? Many years.
It was a big... The cost of keeping the place open, you know, keeping it going.
Yes.
That's my own opinion.
You think so?
Yeah. The electricity bill, the heat, and all that, the whole lot, yeah.
And do you think it was modern enough?
It wasn't. No.
It wasn't.
No, we never went with the times. You see, what we should have done at the time was send the same fellas that went over to Denmark, send them back in 10 or 12 years and see how they're getting on over there and what they're doing.
And what they're doing different.
And how they're successful. And come back and give it to our.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they should have done. You know.
So when did you stop working there then?
I stopped working. I went to club. Oh, thanks, Theresa. I stopped.
You'll be.
I'll be sitting in his lap now in a minute.
I got married in 1971.
Okay.
And from Matterson's, we call it.
Yeah.
And Matterson's closed in Thanks, Theresa.
No,
thanks, Theresa. That's right. 76, I think. And no, in 76 I went to Clover Meads for 2 years, and Clover Meads closed then. I went to Clover Meads, the sausage house in Clover Meads.
Okay.
And it was paying better money.
Was it?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
And I was just getting married, and
But you met your wife in Madison's.
That's right. Yeah.
And she was working there.
She was working in a sausage house. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah. And there was a lot of marriages come out of the store, and a lot of marriages come out of ranks. A lot of marriages come out of all the different places. You know.
That's very good, though, isn't it?
It was.
But everyone kind of knew each other.
They did.
And did you meet her like in the factory? You weren't out at social events or anything?
I just worked with her in the sausage house. You see, when the baking end of it finished.
Yeah.
Myself and a friend of mine got the job of doing the sales.
Yeah.
Anything that was wanted in the sales, we did sausages, puddings, anything like that, and we kept the sales vans going.
Yeah.
Every day, and she was in the sausage house from here to there.
Yeah.
You know, but it was actually at one of the social. We used to have a social every year.
Okay.
And that's how it
That's
happened.
right.
You know. Yeah.
And what's the social for then? Just an annual kind
Annual get together.
Yeah.
You know, and it was great. Everyone used to go to that.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There was a social club. The club they used to have it up by the park. Do you remember that, Paddy? There was a social club.
That's right.
Opposite the mechanics.
That's right.
And we used to play badminton for Matheson's. And
Very
we'd go
good.
to the Protestant Young Men's and we'd
That's
go
right.
to Harna Crusher.
Yeah.
3 nights a week we'd be going around.
And this was, you had a badminton club?
I had a badminton club, yeah.
This is all through Madison's,
Matheson's, the social club.
And you've no photos or anything of that, Theresa, do you?
And we used to go.
Have you any photographs of it?
I have.
No.
Okay. I had one on the paper there, but I don't know where it is.
Okay.
The only reason we got that photograph taken is that we won everything that year.
And you had
the C Cup and the C League. The double, we call it. We weren't beaten the whole year. But naturally, with a team like that, you wouldn't be beaten.
That's why you would look.
If they had to look at what was on that team this year,
you wouldn't know.
Look back in it now.
And the date is on it.
66, yeah.
1966.
1966, yeah.
66.
I was the youngest on the team.
Oh, I had 2 children that time.
Yeah.
I left at 53, at 28
when
I was 20.
When did you start working there, Theresa?
Pardon?
When did you start working there?
I started there mid 40s and I went in as my sisters. She was 18, went to England. I was pushed in then. That's
she went in with her sister's name.
My sister name.
Okay.
See?
Ethel, she went to England during the war, 1939.
Yeah. You see, you couldn't, that time you couldn't have a stamp or anything like that, or social insurance, we call it now, until you were 16.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
You couldn't work when you were 16.
You weren't covered.
No, they weren't covered, no.
So you went in
I was there and I was there till I got married. 53 I got married. 1953.
Yeah.
Odd them years.
But you didn't meet Jerry in the sausage house.
Oh no, my husband worked in Ranks.
Ranks, okay,
Ranks.
but still Limerick.
I met loads of fellas. I hope they didn't meet him up in heaven, or I'd be in the black books. Jesus Christ! I hope that thing isn't done now listening. I used to go home with fellas just for this. Well, wages were very small. We'd have to give my mother a tenner.
Really?
10 shillings. And we had 4 or 5 shillings left.
Yeah.
Wait till I tell you. There'd be 4 people waiting for a shilling.
Yeah.
Diddly clubs, hair clubs, and club to bulger stores.
Yeah.
That had to be paid out every week.
Yeah.
We'd have nothing left.
Yeah.
1 shilling we'd spare for the dance that Sunday night to get a film to come home with. He'd do for the week. We go to the pictures about Wednesday night he had confraternity and we'd go out the road with turn that thing off to be
turn it off. Will I turn it off?
No.
Oh Jesus, do my one, I do mine Paddy. You can do it.
Will I turn this off?
You can edit it yourself.
Come here, I tell you.
I can
Wait till I tell you about Paddy. We had no money and we go home with a fella and got help because we did nothing about sex that time or nothing. Sex we never spoke about it. And one I said, I told me some fella anyway, so you surely get Gone with the Wind was after coming to the £0.50
That's right.
to get to
that was a lot of money.
Gone with the Wind now.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
That was a week's wages. And the poor fella came home, he was serving his time and he had only £0.50 for serving his time to be a carpenter.
Yeah.
Do you know carpenter?
That's right.
But Paddy anyway, we got home anyway. And he met me after work, Matheson's.
Yeah.
I'm down anyway to the Savoy. We went for the £0.50. God help us, his poor mother, I suppose, had got no money that week.
Oh, jeez.
No. But as I say now, that's the only way. Went out the Roxburgh Road one night and the priest hunted us in. We were doing nothing, Paddy. Come here, I tell you. to turn that thing off.
He might
Come here, let's tell you. Now that's true. Now the poor fella's dead now. There it is outside. We used to go out to Roxbury Road after the confraternity, you see.
That's right.
Once a week. We go for a walk, and the Friday night he'd bring her to the pictures. That's the night she'd have the couple of bob. And it wouldn't be much. But however, out to Roxbury Road, I lived in Kerry's Road, you see. We go up that way. So we were all sitting in the wall. We were all sitting down, all the couples. Do nothing. Down the Barine, first Barine, they all sit under the hedge. And when you were lucky to get under the hedge, if it rained. But this night, and we thunder shower. And myself but the fella was with ran over to this old shade, galvanised, crossed from the South Hill now, you know, so we ran over, and the other couple wish us. And there we were, standing looking out in the rain, and who comes along but Father Royce, with his big red face, a bowler hat this high, a cape on him, and a big high Lizzie, jumped off. What are you doing here? You're not up to no good. What's your name? He said to me. My father now to go in and tell me a priest is after hunting me off of there. What's your name? Told him. And he says, where are you living? Kerry's Road. I see your father tomorrow. Afraid of my life to go home.
I know you would, yeah.
Would you?
A big high old Lizzie. Now, God forgive me if he said it now, I'll tell him fuck off. I would. He hunted himself, and he said to the boy I was with, your confraternity, what's your section? He's shouting into him. He says, the section, I'd speak to your supervisor, he says, you're not up to any good there. Up in, going around, he was snooping around all the couples, and sure as God, no one was doing it, and he's innocent. That time, and Father Royce,
they were tough.
And look what they were doing today, I said.
A friend of mine was going to mass with him every Saturday morning. He was deep. We used to go round the town walking into the shops, you know. He said to me, come on, we have a look in Joe Welch's and all them, you know.
I know.
And we was going to the Dominicans. But there was this man came from, I don't know where he came from, to the Dominicans. He was a terror. You couldn't win next to the name in the confession box. But we went in one morning and he says, your man is inside there. And I said, I
hope you have the brother
I'm not going in there. I said to him like that. I'll go in anyway. He says, well, Jesus was there last week, you know. Jesus, he was in there for a long time. And I heard the big shout one time. Oh,
he wouldn't give her absolution.
He came out anyway, he said to me, I'm after coming. He came out and he was, I'm going to get a stroke, he said, over this fella. Well, what happened, Mick? He said, last week, can you go back over anything you did in your life that you were ashamed of now and that you confessed and everything else, you know? Or were you, you know? I tell your father, he says, there about 2 years ago, I missed Mass on Sunday. Jesus said there was a way somewhere.
He left her rest.
What? He said. He said, you're sorry for it. I went to following Saturday, he said, I was sorry. Because there was bits of masses going on during the week, but there wasn't anything. And there was no Saturday night mass. That, you know, oh God, he said, are you sure you were sorry? He said like that. Are you sure? He said, didn't I? Yeah. And what did the priest say to you? Well, he said, he gave me whatever it was, a big litany of things, you know. But he says, do you know, he says, that was an awful sin. I said, I know, Father.
Terrible.
He was saying to me, I know, then he said, there was something going to happen. He says, you're a very lucky man. He says, like that, you see? He says, did you ever see a web that a spider makes up in the ceiling?
Yes.
That is keeping you out of hell.
Out of hell.
He says to him. And he says, he gave him a big lot of our father.
A big rigmarole, I know.
Get out now, he says, and I hope you're sorry for what you had to do.
Terrible.
2 years ago. He came out, he was trembling.
He was,
of course. He was red in the face, and I said to him, come on, I got to know confession this week. He can say where he is.
No.
He came out.
We were said and led by them. We had to.
But this fellow was a very religious fellow now. He was very religious. You know? Jesus, he said, he was trembling.
They ruled our life. Back then as well.
They did.
Yeah. But they were bosses then. They were even the same as, they were even worse than the guards.
They were.
They had more power than guards. You know, they had more power.
But Paddy, you wouldn't have, if we went to confession, you had told me you had sex, and or you refused sex on the Saturday night, they wouldn't give you absolution.
No.
The whole, you'd hear them here shouting at you, actually.
Yeah.
At my lad says, maybe it's 200,000 15 now. Times are changed.
Yeah. Sure, they're giving confession over there now, the corner roundabout.
They're sending. There.
All day tomorrow, Saturday. In one of the complexes, I heard one of them saying on 95 FM. Oh Jesus, it's one of the shopping centres anyway. They have a bit of a... 20 priests now giving confession on Saturday out there.
Okay.
Wherever it is.
Okay.
One of the shopping centres out there. So
I know.
If you want to go in.
Yeah.
Or if you want to go up and sit alongside him, tell him whatever you're after.
Yeah, they're doing that to the First Communion children.
Yeah.
They just go up and talk to the children.
Yeah.
In the altar.
Yeah. Well, the confessional boxes, as we know, are gone.
They'll be all taken away.
They're finished.
They will.
Yeah.
But do you ever remember the mission? They're starting the mission now above the Redemptus.
Yeah.
Now, the mission was above in St. John's, I remember. And we were all going, the women, the first mission now, you better remember, you've gone back years. So my friend was after an operation, her heart. She had down in Fermaya. She'd have to get a heart operation. So she was told not to have any more children.
Yeah.
It would be death if she had another child.
Yeah, naturally enough.
No. Phyllis anyway went in, we got confession. Phyllis went into her confession. She told her sins. He told her, guess you could hear him roaring, he roared at her.
Yeah.
Your house is damned, he told her.
I know.
Get out, he said. She was advising, she didn't want another child.
Yeah, so
because to be dead.
She was lucky she didn't get another fucking
No. He took Bum St. John's, I remember that he came down with mission. Mahal, Phyllis came down to my house, I lived in Lily Street, crying her heart out. Talked about my house is damn and you're going to have no luck in the house. Everything. She was roaring, crying out. Next thing I was sent down for Mahal to come up for her. Mahal came up and he explained to her husband what happened. He went up to St. John's
did the right thing.
And looked at the door, the priest's house. And he knocked, he said, are you the priest? He was after giving a sermon tonight. Yeah. My wife told him. He caught him by the throat.
Yeah.
Caught him up against the wall.
I know.
He nearly killed him.
I know.
He was brought down behind us to do that to her.
I know.
It upset her terribly.
That would.
That's the times we had to live through.
I know. Yeah.
Hadn't we, Paddy, now?
Jesus, it was very hard.
It was?
It was. I remember there was a woman in Killeely when I lived in Killeely first before I got married, and there was a woman there. She had 12 kids at a time.
12. Oh my God.
And they were saying, "Jesus, you can't have any more."
It was terrible.
And
mental.
Jesus, no, we're only grown up.
But where did you get the money to look after them?
It was hard. Very hard.
They had nothing, you know.
Very hard.
They had nothing, you know. There was 4 of us in the house, and I didn't know how my mother and father kept me going, and my grandfather and grandmother inside in the house as well. You know? And he used to be growing out the veg and going out the road getting timber and cutting it, and my father working in Matteson's and in O'Mara's, you know, and bringing home.
A butcher trying to get there, no.
And my father used to go for a few pints once a week.
That's all they could afford.
Of a Friday.
That's all they could afford.
And that was it. He'd be fishing for the rest of the. That was his leisure then. Fishing, you know.
God tell. Jackie Bennis, he come up to my father Wednesday night to go to the confraternity to go and tell Big Carol's for 1 pint.
Yeah.
There was 11 of us in the family.
I remember then one time there was a big strike in the port. The port butchers went on strike.
And when was this?
In well, I'm not dead sure. I said it was in probably the 50s.
The 50s, okay.
And they were out for 19 weeks. They were starving.
19
They're
weeks?
starving.
They were out for a long time. But the strike was fixed on the 15th of August.
Yeah.
It was fixed.
That's Our Lady's Day.
Yeah.
And every year since then, the butchers still go to mass and a day off.
And they run an excursion.
Yeah, but today, the 15th of August, they have mass inside.
They have outside in the
just to mark that it was fixed.
They still does that,
And what was the strike over then, Paddy?
Money, I suppose, for wages. The wages were so low, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wages.
Is this around the time that you joined the union then, or?
Well, there was always a pork butchers union.
The pork butchers one, okay.
Union, yeah. But they got affiliated into the present ITGWU. They're there now, but it was transport union or something that time, and they just gave an affiliation fee from their own money to them just to keep them on board.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, the butchers always had their own kind of
Well, Gerard now has
his... Butcher Society it was
called. Yeah, this
and you
society.
Had a card.
We had a card.
And you had to show that when you went, if you went from Madison's to thing, you'd show it.
That's right, they'd mark down. Yeah. Well, Gerard now has his grandfather's cars, you must have shown. Is
he coming down? Is it?
He said, Gerard, he said he's working above until 7 above in that college.
Okay.
There's another chap there now, Ruth.
He has the cards.
He was supposed to come tonight as well.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that.
He was above in the party Sunday.
Do I know him?
Oh Jesus, all his uncles, brothers, everyone, are not brothers, but Hanley is his name. Jude Hanley. He's working above in the centre. You can go up and...
What centre is this?
He's above in
by Rats.
I'm with the ejection up there in Balnanty.
Okay.
The new one
right.
Up there. And you can ask for Ruth Hanley.
Okay, no.
Not Jude Hanley.
Jude Hanley, yeah.
And he'll be... his grandfathers, his uncles, all that were all butchers.
They're all Hanley.
He said he'd look. And he was very interested because he was mad to get in the other night into the thing.
Yeah. It was Thursday night.
Thursday night. Yeah. Missed it.
But the weather wasn't great either.
But we have a thing going as well now. Do you know that we were trying to get a bronze bus for the poor butchers above the top Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have that. We're meeting the mayor.
And what's the update on that now?
Well, the girl inside in the town hall, wherever she is, she's doing a lot of research. She's gone to the library and everything else.
Okay, and
wherever
who's
she
this
is,
then?
I don't know what her name is.
Is that me?
That's so rude.
Did he ask you?
I have nothing to do with the
No, you no.
No, but you have nothing to do with the research. So
that's me. I'm the researcher.
She's the researcher.
Well, they said it was someone from the town hall giving us.
But do you know what? I think I'll be researching and writing the book. But Jackie is the archivist.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I think it's Jackie that's going to help maybe with the monument. That
the monument. Yeah. Sure, D wrote in now, the mayor, we call him.
Yeah, and where will you be?
It's someplace up around William Street, top of William Street.
William Street?
Yeah, because most of the activity was up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Hayes was on about this.
Oh, Maris, yeah.
So they wanted the name on each side, Matterson's or Maris.
Yeah, to be very good.
And Bennis and
yeah. It was very good.
Someone was saying that. Yeah.
I hope you'll get now what you wanted to know.
But hopefully you'll get the paraphernalia. This stuff will be...
I can scan that.
You can scan that.
But if anyone has any
photographs,
you might find out now, Paddy.
Yeah.
But there's an awful lot of... There's an awful lot of... This chap here, John Dunn, he managed the team.
So this guy's in the middle.
He was a Protestant, through and through.
Was he?
A lovely fella.
He wasn't there now when I
was it mainly Protestants in the factories, or
mainly Protestant bosses.
Protestant bosses and Catholic workers.
They're all bosses.
All
and why was that, Paddy?
Only because it was Matterson's and all them were. O'Mara's was a Catholic.
Right.
But the rest of them were a lot of the big noises that time were Protestants.
The Protestant young men, they were out in Jews.
Yeah. But they were nice. But he was a lovely fellow, John.
But Johnny Handley was a Catholic. He was in Baptist too, Johnny.
He was.
Johnny Handley.
Yeah. He was
I played badminton now, and Mr. Mackay, he came over to mingle with his family. And Ray, his whole family came over, and they took over Matterson's before they went up there. And has played badminton with his son.
DeLacy now was the top man ever since I went in there.
Yeah, he was.
He was the top man, and I became great friends with him then because I was involved in sport and everything else. And when I was playing handball early on, he used to take me out to Munch's College, Mungret College, and we run around and everything else, and it was great. And he was a lovely fella, but he was a great man to run the bloody place.
That's good.
If you were one slight bit offside by, you were pulled.
Yeah.
You know, and that went for all the people under him, regardless. You know.
So they were all. You said they were kind of strict, all the bosses.
They were strict.
Okay, but in a good way.
It was nice. Yeah, it was nice. It was a great place to work.
That's why everyone's happy. Everyone was, even though there wasn't much money there, everyone was happy-go-lucky. And they'd be singing in all during the cutting the beef and everything.
Oh, really?
Especially
they would be singing every Friday.
And you were coming through.
And one day I was telling Paddy they were cutting the pig down. And they're cooked down, what ran around on the little banners.
Oh my God!
5 or 6 of them, little one smaller than that, they ran around the whole factory.
Oh my God!
After cutting it down.
And what do you do with the banners then?
They ran around after them and collected them, then push them into the pen.
And you keep them then?
They kept them down.
Some other sow might
Someone else take them. They could have taken them to send them out somewhere else, to farmers or someone.
My God.
You know, little tiny little things like little kittens, you know, they were running around.
He shouldn't have been killed at all.
Well, he shouldn't have been killed.
She shouldn't have been killed.
No, she shouldn't. They came down
they were all killed.
Would they have known if she was carrying it?
Should have. But your man might have wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Her. Whoever owned him.
Whatever. Yeah, wherever they came from.
Yeah.
So where did the pigs come from then?
Mostly around County Limerick, County Clare, Tip, around the areas there. And as I said, the ones that came down from Rossgrey and all those places, they came down by train.
The train, yeah.
And myself and another friend went up a few times to pick him up.
You have got down Kerry's Road, I remember it, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, coming down the road. But I remember a woman, she had a bicycle with the basket in front of it. And she came down Ladies' Lane and we were coming up to meet her and we were hunting. It was all sows. She was
sows.
And they ran at her. Well, all I saw was eggs and bike going up. The big lot of eggs inside in the thing. And the bike and the eggs went up into and she went with it. And they trampled over her. How she wasn't killed. And the screams in the road.
The only thing, there wasn't much traffic that time.
There was no traffic.
No traffic. Yeah. You were up to on to pigs down the road.
An awful job, yeah. It was an awful job.
And how many pigs would you be hunting down?
Well, whatever had come down in the wagons.
There
might be 20 or 30, but the sows
but how did they not run off side lanes?
We'd have, and we'd be running here, come on, and 2 sticks, get them going, yeah. But as Theresa said...
Fiddles, I'd say.
Well, they were,
yeah.
Unknowns to ourselves.
Yeah. Sure, the swans just come down from the quarry in Kerry's Road, just come down the road. The swans, when they get hungry, we had this quarry up in Kerry's Road.
Yeah.
And they come down and they get hungry. We'd feed them with the
scraps.
Swans.
Yeah.
Like the children in Lairs.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Can I go?
No. Yes. Can I go? Can I stay? You can't.
If I meet you
well, I scan this now, Paddy.
Do you know any of the lads above, Ruth?
Who?
In the community centre?
No.
If you want to contact
Mark his number.
Ryan.
Would you have his number, Paddy?
The number is the number of the centre is 3.
It could be here now. Yeah.
326623.
326632.
326623.
23. Okay.
The first one is 32 and the last is 23.
Okay.
And the middle is 2 6s.
I'm looking for Mark.
Yeah, you're looking for Mark Ryan.
Mark Ryan.
He's from Doon.
Okay.
But he's just after taking over the second in command above.
Okay.
You met Mark above this.
Yes, lovely day.
Paddy Bennis taught you to get, and if you can.
And who was the other gentleman?
Jude? The other chap is under him. He's doing this internship.
This is Jude then, is it?
Jude Hanley.
Jude Hanley, okay.
Okay, and he's done an internship above there for about 10, whatever he's done.
Yeah, for a couple of months.
He goes down to the lads' clubs and everything else going on. And lovely young fella as well.
Great.
But he's the man with all the uncles and everyone else.
They
were all the Hanleys.
Well, they all have all butchers.
You had Hanleys, Bennis,
the McMahon,
Fitzgeralds,
the McMahon.
All the McMahons were called loggers.
Loggers, they were.
Why was that?
I don't know, but your man that showed me how to kill the pig, or showed me how to kill the pig. He was said to me, Paddy, I'm the real logger. He was the only.
The real one.
I wonder why they were called.
He died last year.
Yeah, he was really. They're all lovely people.
Yeah.
Hard working.
Hard working.
Yeah, hard working and everything else.
I just scanned.
There were happy times. That's it.
Sorry, it's in better condition.
No, I don't tear it. So we'll just try and be super careful.
Yeah.
But isn't it lovely to see all the old photos and everything?
Oh yeah.
No.
And everyone in that team, there were butchers, Yanks, drivers, Protestant, Catholic, everything.
Everything.
There was no discrimination. If you were good, you got on.
We'll have to cut off half of that now. We'll just go once more. So was there many women working in Madison's?
Pardon?
So was there many women working in Madison's?
Oh, there was an awful lot.
Mostly women.
During the season anyway, the fresh garden peas. Yeah. They'd bring you in for a few weeks.
It's very good though, isn't it?
But the sausage house would get busy as well.
They'd get busy, they said they would, that's their time.
There'd be service in Kilkee, Ballybunion, all those from
good. It was famous, isn't it?
And you'd have cooked hams.
Yeah.
You'd have sausages.
The hams for Limerick hams.
Peas and beans.
Thank you.
And you'd have all that stuff. And you'd have the one van going to Ballybun and the other van going to Kilkee and in Stuyman and all that every day.
Okay.
It was a big last out, isn't it?
And they'd be gone in the morning.
Big last.
Well, myself and my friend, that was our job to sell. They used to have big cages inside the children and all in a Stuyman, Kilkee, places like that. And even to Galway.
Even to Galway.
You know. And they'd be gone in the mornings and they'd go down all the little shops down along the whole way. They'd service them as well. They'd give them £3 or £4 of sausages or £10 of sausages.
And this is the little shops in Limerick, is it?
From here to Kilkee or from here.
They'd stock all those places. And did you stock many shops in Limerick then?
Well, most of the shops in Limerick had Matheson's brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the brand was famous.
Yeah.
You know, it was. That's why probably that O'Reilly, when he took over, that he knew what he was taking up.
Yeah.
You know, but he knew that they just changed the label, Aaron Foods.
Aaron
Foods.
Okay.
But Matheson's always kind of stuck.
And is it Aaron Foods is gone now? Obviously.
Aaron Foods is gone. Yeah.
When did they go?
I don't know when.
They went away out like Ballysimon area, didn't they?
They were in Tipperary.
Tipperary, around that area. Tipperary, yeah.
Turles, Nina, all that.
They did.
Their main depot was over around there.
The soups, it's all soups,
yeah.
And what else did you can then? Peas and
beans.
Yeah.
And steak. And there was another, like a pasta. We used to, pasta like you mix up. Like it's like what the children use over their bread now, like
like
you know the coke thing,
a
spread.
Okay.
A pâté now.
Oh, pâté.
A pâté, like that now, and kind of a.
Then they went from the cans to jars.
Jars, the jars.
About that size.
Yeah.
That size.
And the machines took over. Then it was very good.
They did. That's right.
Filled, you know, and there was no mess or anything.
And when the machines took over, were people let go, or were they
still? No, we still.
I never remember people they were deployed someplace else, you know.
They were. They'd always find work for you.
Yeah. And can I ask about like electricity and lighting and all that? The chill rooms were all.
Well, the chill rooms were always in part. There was number one.
Yeah.
They were number one. They had to be number one.
They had.
Otherwise, the thing would be gone.
Be gone off. And
gone, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
It'd be gone. It's important that when the pig came through this, the last stage was to weigh him.
Yeah.
Because the pig wouldn't be weighed unless all the guts, everything was out of him.
Yeah. So just you had the.
You only got paid for the.
Only the skin you'd see, snow white. Yeah, kind of a skin. Yeah. You could see through. They were all well hosed.
They were graded in according to the.
That's right.
The vet was there grading him according to the fat.
Okay.
That's right.
So if he was, say, whatever it was, milli.
Some thing of it, yeah.
He had a grading thing, and he'd call him for export.
Yeah.
The fat fellas would be just for. The
local. The fat ones obviously better.
Well, the fat ones, if there's any waste stuff, and they go into sausages, puddings, and everything else.
And what grades? Grade A, grade.
Grade A would go to say the continent.
Right.
Gone off.
Grade B.
Grade B would be nearly the same.
Yeah.
Just a bit more, you know.
Bit more.
But C would be fat.
Yeah.
C would be the fat would be that thick on the back. To a certain part of the back, then it wouldn't be every part of the back.
Yeah.
A certain part of the back, probably halfway down your back.
Yeah.
Would be measured.
Right, okay.
And if that came, then there'd be a kind of a stocking net put over him, like a stocking net now.
Yeah.
And to be cut, and he'd be gone. He'd be chilled, and he'd be gone the next day or the next day.
And how long would they be stored in the freezers for then? Like they weren't.
They wouldn't be frozen as such. They'd be chilled down. You wouldn't freeze the thing straight away like any other. You see, if I do a bit of fishing.
Yeah.
And if I catch a salmon, I won't freeze the salmon after catching him.
Right.
I put him into the fridge. In slices.
Yeah.
And I'll freeze him then the next day.
Okay.
And because it loses the flavour.
Oh, okay.
If you freeze anything straight away after coming out of fresh, it loses the flavour.
You know that now, Paddy.
I didn't know.
I bought a salmon last week there, and well,
but that was a farm salmon.
In the shop, I'd say it was. Yeah.
I give you.
He bagged it.
I give you a slice tomorrow.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I could eat that from my brain.
Yeah, it's very good. You don't need anything for your brain, Theresa.
I listen. I eat fish every day.
Your brain. Oh God.
No.
I love fish.
Oh, fish is great.
I obviously fished.
Yeah.
Well, since they scared that I wrote the beef.
Yeah.
I don't eat it.
Yeah, I wouldn't care if I never saw meat.
No.
No,
I like that now. Fish and chicken.
Yeah.
Went to the Chinese last night, 11 of us.
That's the terms for telling me.
Come here. They were great. Up there to the pony place up in...
Pony Court.
Oh, yeah.
No. What, the pony something? Pony Court.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that him? I never heard so. I'm passing it every Scotland day and I never even looked. And I had Chinese. I never eat Chinese.
Yeah.
So I lived in the first went up last night. Well, packed out the door now.
I was there last week.
Food. Paddy.
Was the food nice?
They gave us they couldn't finish 3-course meal.
You can't eat it.
A 3-course meal. We started off with spring rolls, salad, a big bowl of rice, chips, roasted chicken, tea and coffee, and a Black Forest after it.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't able to sleep to sandwiches.
Round the Tessie after that.
Jesus Christ, that's out tonight eating.
You need a brandy after that then.
And no drink. We didn't get no drink. Now just all cup and water.
What did you think of the meal of Sunday above?
Oh, the meal was lovely. I enjoyed it.
We'd have a meal in Thomond Park.
Yeah.
Every year.
The turkey and ham was lovely.
Around the area, you know.
Okay.
There's 5 of us. We're in the ejection committee.
That's very good.
And your man John Cantrell above in Thomond Park, he gives us the facility for one Sunday in December. Just to say thanks to the people for putting up.
And the spot prices.
That's very
I won a bag of coal.
Did you?
Well, I'd never
I'll pick it up for you tomorrow, the next day.
I don't know what he said, Ger washers.
Yeah.
Well, not coal now, I'll take briquettes and blocks because my stove is too hot for coal.
For coal it would burn,
No, I prefer to, if you think of it, like it would receive.
No, when I see Terence tomorrow, if Alan is around, he can drive him down, throw it into the back.
Will you? That's it. When you book Ken out,
I will.
Paddy, like, you know.
Yeah. But we got nearly 100
loads of prices.
It's lovely, isn't it? And the spot prices are from local people then, is it?
All locals,
They were gorgeous.
Yeah, they do, they were great.
Oh, it was a lovely, and we had a band playing, and they were great.
Well, you see, they're the Celtic
the Charmers, is it?
The Celtic Ramblers.
Oh, the Granders.
No.
So, when I
sorry.
When we finished today, that's not good. It was comical, but it was true. And the Yanks and the poor butcher boys and everything else came in one day, one fellow was jobbed in Clover Meads. And a scroll is a thing that a stroll is going away for a walk. And a scroll is also a thing that you put the bacon on.
Right.
It's like a pellet.
Yeah.
And you put the bacon on.
Yeah.
So this fella came in, he was only there a day. And the lads were weighing, you weigh the bacon. And you throw it onto the scroll, and the lads were tied up with whatever they tied up and gone, salted and everything else. So this fellow was going around, he didn't know what to do, like, you know, he was green. Yeah. And your man said to him, come here. Yeah, he said, go away, he says, for a scroll. See? So, I will.
He went for his stroll.
About 4 hours later, where were you? He says, you told me to go away for a scroll. He says, I went down to Roach stores.
Escalation.
God love him, honestly, about 16
years. That's different names. Sure, Paddy, wait, let me tell you about another thing there. Do you remember the Savoy, the restaurant?
Yeah.
The Savoy.
Near Shea. Yeah, near Birmingham.
Mary Burnham, she's the person now that told. May worked as a waitress.
I was delivered to her house.
Now, I was up, we were visiting the house one night and she was telling us yarns about what went on with the waitresses that time, come back years.
I stopped listening,
yeah. And was the boiler man in Matterson's. And Brendan Morgan, Gordon Woods and Sean Mack were the three, the hooker and the 2 locks for Gary Owen. And Morgan was denied because he was working in Matterson's, and Sean Mack was denied because he was working in docks, international caps. Wood got umpteen international caps, you know. And because they weren't a doctor or solicitor or anything else, they were the best. You know, they were
great players, weren't they?
Jesus, they were. Morgan was an awful man for.
Oh, he tough, that wasn't he?
Yeah. But he was a hard case.
Oh, he was. I remember him. Yeah.
Lovely fella, then. Yeah. Lovely fella. But Sean Mack was the same. You know, they were.
He was poor Sean. He was.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah. But they were denied because they were in the wrong profession.
They were.
That time to get on the Irish team, you had to be AJ something or PJR something else. You know, it was all this business. You know.
Right.
You know. So Riley, the man, but they took us over from no, that was the tannery.
The tannery?
The tannery was down 10-yard lane.
Yeah, it was a 10-yard. Carews had their shop down High Street.
That's right. But Shaw's was just above the
that's right.
The fire brigade.
Fire brigade, yeah.
Just in place now.
Just past there.
Just past there, yeah. You're coming up to, say, to Ross Avenue now, one of those places there. And, of course, Clover Meats was on the right, just to pass the jail.
And was there much competition between the bacon factories that you remember?
Well, if you had good products, you'd sell it.
You'd sell, okay.
But there was plenty of room for everyone, you know. There was, yeah.
There was no big deal back then.
Well, they never kind of spoke to one another as such. You know,
there
was no great dialogue. We'll do this, and you did your own thing.
Yeah. Everyone did, didn't they?
Yeah. And then you see Clover Meats went to the beef as well.
They did.
And that helped them a lot.
Did it?
It did.
Were they going under?
Because the beef then, you see, there was a thing called intervention.
Right.
That just go out to a ship out in the Atlantic.
Okay.
And just be kept in a cold storage. And when that ship got over full, they just give out the beef here for half nothing.
Free beef. The free beef. Wasn't it the free beef, John Bull?
Yeah. But you see, there's only a certain lifeline in anything that's frozen.
In anything, yeah. So what year was this then that they had
the beef? It was all around the same time.
Like the 70s?
The 70s.
Okay.
70s, yeah. But that was intervention, they called it. You know, and that was supposed to be for... But should have been better off if they gave it to the people who were starving.
Oh, yeah.
Or give it to them for a euro or a pound.
And sell it half price. You know, that they have...
Yeah. Because the cost of keeping it outside on the ship. Jesus, Mary.
And who was out on the ship, did you say?
Well, we never know.
Okay.
You know. But the best of stuff went out.
No,
there was no Mickey Mouse stuff went out there. No. You know? Yeah. Especially out of a cow now. There was unmerciful meat off of a cow. Oh, Jesus, there was, yeah.
But everyone was fed well that time.
They were.
Even though now they hadn't very much money.
Yeah.
There was, they were all well fed with plain food.
Yeah.
There was no, which the one, pork steak now was the dearest that time.
It was, yeah.
Because it's the most expensive, wasn't it?
But that time the Chinese wouldn't have anything.
Oh, they wouldn't have touch.
There was one Chinese fella down John Street. He started off down there one time.
They said to his cats he was catching.
They were saying that. Well, they were saying the lads used to be fishing for eels after the Paddingtons there and the Tidy Bean.
Yeah.
The lads, they said the Chinese fellas be down there and catch the eels.
They catching, yeah.
They give you a couple of bob.
A couple of bob from that's right. They said the cats.
What do you know you ate when there's curry over it?
Yeah. No one is not the curry. Oh jeez.
Yeah.
And was there much accidents in the factory or anything? Do you remember?
There was. Mary McMahon now got her fingers. I remember that. She got her fingers caught.
Yeah.
And there was no
what she get them cut in?
She did on the machine.
Yeah.
Right.
Her 3 fingers there.
Yeah.
So
and it didn't compensate her.
Yeah.
They left
but did she lose them?
She did. Taps up there, just there, the machine.
Yeah.
Mary McMahon.
Yeah.
Mary. She cut the 3 fingers
out. I remember one day we were there and we were after getting a new burger machine. They went into burgers.
Right.
And the burger machine was a kind of a like that. And the shape of a burger with a little groove in it, and you bang down and you put out the burger.
Yeah.
And you put in the meat. But Dougie Leach was the second in command, and it wasn't happening fast enough.
Right.
And something happened to his finger.
An accident happened.
Oh.
Like that, no?
And Jeff Costello and Bridget, something was their name, they took him up to the laboratory.
Hannah Ben?
Bridget. No, Hannah was up there as well.
Hannah was up there. Bridget, but I didn't remember Bridget.
His finger was gone. And they came back down looking for
it.
You know, but they found it out. It was too late. He was
to prove,
he was gone. But that was one.
I remember that.
I remember that, and I remember Fancy Bennis, another uncle I'd call him of my own.
Jackie, there was another Bennis.
The put machine blew up one day, blew up, and he was unconscious for 6 weeks. It went up into the roof of his mouth and all that.
God, they had no safety things in front of the machines that time.
No.
Just
they worked the way we should, the pressure.
Madison's now.
Still in Madison's,
yeah. Okay.
He was blown up.
Yeah.
And I think his daughter was actually on 95 event from Australia there.
Was she?
She was.
But there was a lot of accidents in factories that time.
Yeah. But there was no compensation.
No, there was no compensation. My sister got her fingers caught up on the machine in the boot factory.
Yeah.
She worked in the boot factory.
Yeah.
Her fingers there. Or two, that and that. She was putting the thing in the 2 fingers.
Got caught.
I remember.
And did you go to like
St.
John's or anything? Or?
Well, he was taken to wherever he was taken to, like probably the region. Or,
region. If Barrington's was
great.
Barrington's was our hospital at that time.
I remember I had 5 stitches put in here, someplace around there. I was opened.
Your forehead.
And I went down to Barrington, and the nuns were running.
Sister Beth.
Yeah.
She was
John's. But many doctor.
What happened, you? And I had a bit of a thing. Take that dirty thing away from your head till I see you. And I was half knocked out, and something flew with me. And I said, I think a sledgehammer, I was breaking something, and it caught in a thing overhead like that, and it came out of my hand and down top of my head.
And it's in Madison's?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And whatever we were breaking, it was like ice or whatever.
No, ice, okay.
But whatever was overhead, it caught, took it out of my hand, fell down. What happened, Joe? And I said, I got a bit of a sledgehammer. You're knocked out? No. I said, I'm nearly knocked out. Had you a tetanus injection? I had one, I said, a couple of months ago. I got a couple of stitches here.
Right, on your hand.
When you put in your arms, get stitched. Yeah, go in there. A nurse